What's up guys, David here from Phone Buff, and in this video I'm going to be giving you an in-depth look at Google Glass by giving you a walkthrough of the UI, showing you the settings, and also showing you how Google Glass actually works. Now obviously I won't be able to film this directly because it's on my face, so instead I'll be doing a screencast which you can see on the monitor here, so that way you guys can kind of follow along as I go through it. But with that said, the screencast is a little laggy, so keep that in mind because Google Glass actually isn't as laggy as it is here. If I do encounter some lag, I'll let you know in the video, but otherwise, let's go ahead and get started. Alright, so as you guys can see, I busted out the shades, so that way I don't look cross-eyed the entire video looking at this little screen. But let's go ahead and get started by turning on Google Glass. So there's actually two ways to do this. One is by touching the touch sensitive area right here. So I'll go ahead and tap it. And you guys can see the home screen, you see a big old clock and a reminder of the voice command that unlocks all the other voice commands. But there's also another way which I'll show you. You actually can turn it off and then tilt your head up like that and it comes on. So I'll go ahead and say the voice command, OK Glass. And you can see I'm giving it a list of options here. So I can actually scroll through them by looking up and down or tilting my head up and down. And I could say any one of them and it'll actually start. So I'll go ahead and say Google, how tall is Kobe Bryant? And there you go. So I don't know if you guys could hear that, but it's saying Kobe Bryant is 6 feet 6 inches tall in the little earpiece, but it works pretty well. So before I actually go more in depth in that, I want to show you guys the actual options you guys have with Google Glass. So obviously, like we just did, we have Google, but you also could take a picture, record a video, get directions, message somebody, call somebody, and finally do a video call via Google+. So in a nutshell, that's pretty much what you could do on Google Glass. Now, I know you guys may think that's actually really limited, and it kind of feels like that at first, and obviously, you know, it's in its very early stages, and I'm sure it'll be expanded upon in the future, but for right now, this is pretty much what you could do on Google Glass. But having the option to just Google something really doesn't limit you that much. If you guys have used Google now, you know that you can do a bunch of stuff with it. So I'll go ahead and show you another way of actually Googling something anyway. So I'll turn it off, and you can actually press and hold on the touch sensitive area, and it takes you straight to a Google search. So, how old is Michael Jordan? And it seems like I can only think of basketball questions here. Alright, so Michael Jordan is 50 years old. You can see the screen there, and again, I heard it in my ear, but you guys might not be able to hear it, I'm not sure. Anyways, what's cool about this is actually it remembers your search. So, who is he married to? And it'll actually search, you know, that question based off of what I actually asked previously. So right now it says can't reach Google server. So let's try that again. Okay, Glass. Google, how old is Michael Jordan? Alright, so it worked this time. Let's try it again. Who is he married to? There you go. So you say Yvette Prado or Prado. So anyway, I hear it, and that's actually in 2013 according to this thing. So anyway, you see how it works. It remembers your past search, which is pretty cool, but obviously there's a lot more you could do. I mean, you could Google just about anything, and we'll go ahead and do a math problem just to show you guys. What's 860 divided by 4? So I actually understood it as 160, and I don't know, maybe I'm talking a little fast, but for the most part, I found it to be pretty accurate. Let's go ahead and try something else. What's 94 divided by 7? There you go. So you can see it works. Like I said, it's pretty accurate for the most part from my experience, but you know, sometimes you do have those occasional hiccups. So let's go ahead and show you other stuff. So I'll go ahead and show you how to take a picture. Basically, you could either do it this way, or you have a button right here that you could actually press to take a picture, which I find to be a little bit easier. So I'll go ahead and press that. And basically, it just took a picture of what I'm looking at, which is just a camera. We'll go ahead and I'm not going to record a video since I already did a video sample on the channel, which you guys can check out. I could give directions, so Starbucks. And basically it's going to find the nearest Starbucks based off of my phone's GPS location. So see Starbucks, I can tap on it, get directions to it. I'm not going to do that because I don't really need directions right now. but we'll go ahead and hit this again. And the only reason I'm going through here not doing voice commands is because I want you guys to be able to see the menu options on the screen. So get directions, you can message somebody. So I'm gonna go ahead and message somebody. And my favorite contacts are actually gonna show up. So I'll go ahead and message her. What's up? I'm recording a video right now, so don't message me back. And you can see I have the option to swipe down to cancel. And that way, if I said something wrong or if it didn't understand me correctly, I could cancel before it sends off, a bad text message. But there you go. You can see it sent. We'll go ahead and go through the rest just to kind of show you. So we did messaging. Well, you know what? I'm not going to show you a call. I mean, it works as a Bluetooth headset, like a normal Bluetooth headset. So you'll be able to hear them through here and they'll be able to hear you through the mic. Video call. I'm not going to show you either, but basically you see the person's video feed through glass and they see what you're seeing. So if you have a mirror, you might be able to do a video chat. But anyways, that's what you could do as far as glass goes. So go ahead and show you. We'll go ahead and look at the settings really quick. So you can see here, actually, this is a Google Now card. And it's basically warning me about a wildfire, which is around my area. You can see here I have a card for weather. And I don't know if you guys noticed, at the top right, there's a little peel or a little tab, which basically means that there's more cards underneath it. So if I press the sidebar here, I actually get a further, a 3-day forecast. So it gives me more detail. To back out of it, I just swipe down and it takes me one step back. I can swipe over to the settings. You can see I have 62% battery. And again, we have that little peel at the top right. So I can tap it and go further into the settings. So I'm connected to my Wi-Fi. My HTC One is connected. I have my device info says I have 12.5 gigabytes free of space. The head wake up position is set to 35 degrees. So this is what I was talking about when you can actually tilt your head up. So actually, I can actually turn this off, which sometimes I can find it a little bit annoying when I'm driving, for example, and there's like a kind of a bumpy road and it kind of turns on when I don't want it to. So I can turn it off, or you can just kind of set the wake angle to be a little bit higher. So right now it's at 18 or 35, so I can make it go to like 40. 40 is the max. I'll go ahead and set it at that so that way it doesn't accidentally go on during this video. So anyway, that's how you do that. Head-on detection is a little bit different. So basically what this is, there's a little sensor inside of glass that detects whether or not you're wearing it. So you can turn it off. Right now I have it on. I'll go ahead and turn it off. And basically what happens is, with it off, I can take it off and it's still gonna remain on. It doesn't realize that I took it off. And I can put it on, same exact thing. But if I turn on head detection, I hit calibrate, it's gonna ask me to take glass off and then put it back on and touch the touchpad. So I'll go ahead and do that. So I'll take it off, I'll put it back on, and I'll touch the touchpad. And it says calibrated. So now what happens is, you can see there's a little chime that you hear, and as soon as I put it back on, the screen's gonna turn right back on, and you hear another little chime. So that's actually pretty cool, and I think it saves battery. So I usually leave that on. Let's see. Go back into here. You have your volume. So this is actually something that was brand new or just incorporated with the update I just got recently. You can actually switch this just by swiping over just like that. So that's a pretty nice little feature. And then last thing you have is guest mode. This is if you want to share your glass with somebody else and they just kind of want to check it out and you don't want them kind of going through your text messages or anything like that. You turn this guy on just by pressing turn on. And I'll go ahead and demo some of the stuff here because they have more example cards and goodies that we can look at while we're exploring the rest of glass. So I'll swipe over. So you can see this person, for example, took or did a Google search of what are jellyfish. You could see a picture they took, a text message they got, and just stuff like that, another Google search. And you could kind of swipe through the history by doing that. If you swipe quickly like this, you get a zoomed out version of it. So you can see here's a Google Now card. For example, it would say I have a flight at whatever time. So this is 11 o'clock. And it tells you the traffic there is. So this is what it'll look like once you really start using Google Now. The reason why my Google Now doesn't have a lot of stuff on there is because I just switched to my phone. So I think it's still like loading it. I always switch out my phones, which is kind of the downside of this job. But anyway, we'll go ahead and actually I want to show you I'm going to use the voice control really quick. Okay, Glass, Google, phone buff. Oh, phone box. All right, we'll try that again. Phone buff. There you go. So this time it actually understood me, which is nice. I think I'm not speaking clearly enough. So anyway, you can see you get regular search results whenever there is an actual Google Now answer for you. So it's going through some YouTube results, some the website. So I'll go ahead and actually show you that you could load up websites on here. So I'll go ahead and tap the button, and basically the only option you have here is to view the website. Go ahead and tap that, and it's loading it up. Now, Google Glass by no means is it quick. It's not like your HTC Ones, your Galaxy S4s with quad-core processors. It's not that fast at all, and I mean honestly, it's not built for browsing the web. I think Google just recently added that because they wanted to give that feature, or they wanted to have that ability. I mean, it doesn't hurt, but you can see it is taking a really long time to load. And this is actually a mobile version, which I find to be more optimized for Google Glass, because when I use full version of sites, like I went to theverge.com one day with the full site just to try it out, and it completely crashed. I mean, of course, this is, like I said, an early stage, model of Google Glass. I'm sure a lot of this stuff is going to be fixed when the consumer version comes out, but this is how it is. You can scroll down. So you can see it is lagging. One thing I'll point out though, if you use 2 fingers and put it on the touchpad, you could actually look around. And this is how you actually click on links. So say I wanted to click on that link, I let go, and wherever that little circle is, I tap on it, and it's going to give me the option to select link. So I did that really quick. So select link, and that's the only option I have. I can tap it, and it'll take me to that article that it's at. So I'm going to go ahead and swipe down because I don't feel like waiting that long. One thing I do want to show you though really quick is we'll go through the apps. So you can see this is my past search. This is the text message I sent earlier in the video. It's the picture I took. And so say this is a search that I have and I don't want somebody to know that I searched this, or if I just want to get out of my history, I can just tap on it and I can show results, or I could delete it. So I'll go ahead and tap delete, and you can see it takes it right off the history. And you can do the same thing with emails or text. You can delete them. With emails, it even gives you the option to archive it. So, oh here, this is the app I want to show you. So I have the New York Times app enabled. Basically what apps are, it pushes out information to Google Glass. So you can see I have a card for New York Times. It says 2 new updates. I tap on it, and basically it gives me 2 cards that are basically just news. Obviously there's different apps that are available, but not that many. That's how it works. So it's not an interactive app. Like for example, Twitter, I can't necessarily just go in and scroll my feed like you would think. It's more or less if somebody mentions me or talks about me on Twitter, I'll get notified through Glass that way. So here's an email. I could actually hit read more, which will read it aloud to me, reply to it, or archive. So I'll go ahead and hit archive, and there you go. But last thing I want to show you, I want to keep this video as short as possible. It's already getting kind of long. Is in the settings, it's like almost like a little hidden Easter egg like Android has. When you tap on the device info, you get a hidden Easter egg. With this, the same thing. You hit view licenses, wait for it to load. I want to show you this hidden Easter egg. So basically the same thing as Android, just keep on tapping it, and it makes an ascending chime, and it says meet the team, which I don't even know if you guys saw that, but I tapped it really quick. So basically what's loading up here is a photosphere of a whole bunch of Google employees wearing Glass. So this is, I don't know, when I first saw this, I was just really amazed by it, because it really just kind of shows you the potential. I mean, imagine some kind of virtual reality game, and it works, everywhere I'm looking, it works exactly, how you'd think it would. I could look up, I could look down, I could turn all the way around too, so, you guys can see that. I mean, really cool. Otherwise, that is pretty much it for this video. I mean, I don't want to talk too much. There is a review coming up on the website, so stay tuned. Follow me on Twitter at PhoneBuff, and I'll let you guys know as soon as that comes out. But anyways, that's it for me in this video. If you liked it, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel for more mobile technology videos just like this. Thank you for watching.